Good morning, everybody. It's Hayley here from the Gale Library in Newton, and I'm here with your preschool story time. It's good to see you today. So I'm in our picture book room today. I thought we would have a change, and I love how bright and colourful and how many books we have in here. So this week we are celebrating. I'm going to show you something and see if you can guess what we're celebrating this week. Here he comes. What do you think this guy is? Boop, boop, boop. Do you think? I'll show you something else. See if you can guess from this one. What's this guy? It is National World Turtle Day. It was on Sunday, on the 23rd of May, was a day that we celebrate turtles, and we think how we can help turtles stay safe and look after them and respect them and help them survive. So I thought we would have some turtle stories today. So we'll do a quick hello song. Hello everybody, how do you do? How do you do? How do you do? Hello everybody, how do you do? I love you today. If you like the color red, pat your head. I'm wearing red today. If you like the color blue, pat your shoe. And if you like the color green, pat your knees. I love you today. Well, hi. All right, you guys, so let's do our days of the week. We know that we have preschool stories on Tuesday at 10. It is still May, this is our last May preschool story. It's still 2021, but what's the date today? Does anybody know? Yesterday was May 24, which means today, what comes after 4? 5, so we have May 25th today. And it is beautiful and sunny outside, so I am going to pop our sunny sign up. And the reason I'm not reading outside today is because it's very pollen-y. So we're going to be inside today in our happy picture book room, which means I'm happy. So we are reading turtles, and the first book I'm going to read is called The Little Green Turtle. And I actually haven't read this one yet, so this will be a nice surprise for me. Little Green Turtle sat by the water hole. He had been looking at his friends today. They were all special in different ways. I'm not strong, he said, or handsome at all. I'm not special. Ooh, look, it's a pop-up. Scary. If only I were brave like a lion with his golden mane and fearsome roar. Ooh, what's this? If only I was a beautiful like a flamingo with her rosy feathers and wide flapping wings. Ooh, this is going to be a perfect book for our summer reading program because it's all about animals. If only I could run like a zebra with long legs and magnificent stripes. Oh, look at this tall one. Whee! If only I was tall like the giraffe with his elegant neck and striking spots. What's this animal? If only I was strong like an elephant with his useful trunk and kindly heart. But Turtle wasn't any of these things. He wasn't strong or brave or handsome or tall. He wasn't special. Not special at all. Ooh, look, it's a lot of rain clouds. Just then, there came a boom and a crash, and the rain came down with a splish, splosh, splash. The animals ran in circles, getting wet, wet, wet. And Turtle, can you guess what Turtle did? Oh. Well, of course, he was nice and dry as the rain came down from the stormy sky. But he had something that other creatures lacked, his own special home on a shell on his back. I like that one. He's special. Like our turtle that we're making on our craft today. That's his shell, and I bet his head could poke right in there. That was a nice one, huh? All right, so we have another one. Oh, I didn't tell you the author of that one. I'm sorry. Doesn't tell me the author, actually. Illustrated by Adam Ralph. Maybe he wrote the book too. Maybe he was both. All right, Turtle Splash, Countdown at the Pond by Catherine Falwell. This might be a counting book, do you think? Let's have a look. Turtle Splash. I think you're right. 10 timid turtles lounging in a line. Can we count them? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And look, a frog and a dragonfly too. 10 timid turtles lounging in a line, startled by a bullfrog. Then there were, how many do you think? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, because he's jumping in the pool, look. Because he got scared. Then there are 9. 9 napping turtles. The day is growing late. A rabbit rustles in the trees. And then how many do you think there were? Now there are 8. Shall we count them? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Where's number 8? Oh, boop, 8. 8 lazy turtles resting without care. A red squirrel scampers along the log. And 7 are there. 7 sleepy turtles hear the crunch of sticks. Deer appear beside the shore. What rhymes with sticks? Then there were 6. 6 sunning turtles watching ducklings dive. The mother mallet quacks at them. Quack. And then there were how many? You guessed it. 5. Shall we count them? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Good job. 5 idle turtles lolling by the shore. Pollywogs swirl by their log. And then how many do you think were left? And there were 4. 4 drowsy turtles, quiet as can be. A butterfly flutters by. And then there were how many? You got it. 3. 1, 2, 3. 3 carefree turtles beneath a sky so blue. A chickadee chirps in a tree. And then there were how many? 2. You got it. 1, 2. 2 silent turtles watch the setting sun. Mosquitoes buzz above their heads. And then there was 1. Good job. 1 lonely turtle in the fading light. Can you see him? It's right here on the log. Splash! 10 turtles. 10 tired turtles settle for the night. They all jumped into the pond, and now all 10 of them are snuggled up together. Going snoozing. You see the fireflies in this one? And then it counts 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Sleeping tight. That was a nice story, huh? I liked that one. There's a song about a turtle, and it goes... Oh, it's a little bit like that book, actually. It goes... Can you see my turtle? One baby turtle alone and new finds a friend, and then there were 2. 2 baby turtles crawl by the sea. They find another, and then there were 3. 3 baby turtles crawl along the shore. They find another, and then there were 4. 4 little turtles go for a dive. They find another, and then there were 5. I'm glad there's only 5. My hands can't hold any more. Boop, boop, boop. I need my friends here to help me. That leads me to tell you something, actually, something very special. Next week, this is our last live story time, because next week we are having drive-in stories. So you guys can sign up and come to the library, and you can watch story time in your car boot, in your trunk, in the trunk of your car. So you'll reverse it and sit in your car trunk, and then I will do stories for you. So it will be really good to see you. All right, I have another turtle story. It's called When I Grow Up. And this one is written by Peter Horn. Oh, these are cute turtles. They're a lot like our tiny turtles. Look, they look similar. I love them. A beautiful summer day was drawing to its end. Sebastian had played with his friends all day long. They had run races with Theo the snail, spun on their shells until they were dizzy, and splashed around in the cool green pool. When they were hungry, they crawled into a strawberry patch and munched on the sweet red fruit until their faces were thoroughly smeared with red juice. Then it was time to go home, so they said goodbye and they went their separate ways. Sebastian snuggled down beside his father on the soft grass that was still warm from the afternoon sun. Stars twinkled in the sky above them, but Sebastian didn't feel tired enough to go to sleep yet. "Do you know what I want to be when I grow up?" he said. His father looked surprised. "Have you decided already?" "Yes," said Sebastian. "I want to be a fireman. I would wear a bright red uniform and shiny silver helmet, and if you had a fire, I would come and put it out for you." "It's good to know that you'd save us," said his father. You see all the red? Beautiful red flowers. "That's not the only job I could do," said Sebastian. He was getting excited now, and his words came tumbling out. "I could be a pirate." "Oh dear," said his father. "Pirates are horrible, terrors of the sea." "Don't worry," said Sebastian, nuzzling his father's nose. "I would be a nice pirate, not a horrible one. I wouldn't sink any ships." "What would you do?" "I'd sail away to a deserted island," said Sebastian. "And if I found treasure, I would give it away to the poor." "Well, that would be kind of you," said his dad. He makes a cool pirate. "Or I could be a deep-sea diver. How about that? I would dive right down to the bottom of the sea and have races with the fish. They must run faster than Theo the snail." "I'm sure they do," said father. I don't think fish can run, do you? I think he means swim. Father and son gazed up at the moon, which glowed softly like a paper lantern in the sky. Sebastian felt as if the Sandman was sending him to sleep. "But I tried not to yawn." Another idea had just occurred to him, and it was so good that he had to tell his father. "I could be a skydiver," Sebastian said. "I'd ask a bird to carry me up to the sky, and I'd jump off his back and float down with a parachute. Then I could tell you what the world looks like from up there." "Oh, I'd like that," said his father. "And I think you are very, very brave." Now Sebastian was very, very tired. He struggled to keep his eyes open. So he asked his father, "What did you want to be when you were little?" Let me think," said his father. He looked fondly at Sebastian. "I always wanted to be a father," he said. "I hoped to have a son who would make me proud whatever he did, as proud as I am of you." Father Turtle gently stroked his son's back. Sebastian gave a happy sigh and tucked his head snugly inside his shell, all ready for sleep. "And I'd like to grow up to be just like you," he murmured drowsily. As a warm night wind carried Sebastian's words across the meadow, he was already fast asleep. The end. That was a nice story too. There is another song. It's another turtle one. I could get my turtles back out. "I had a little turtle, his name was Tiny Tim." We could do this. He's tiny. He's a tiny turtle. "I put him in the bathtub to see if he could swim. He drank up all the water and ate a bar of soap. And now he's in his bed with bubbles down his throat." That was a fun song. I like that one. There's a poem, actually. I found a poem about a turtle. Can you see the picture? It's a cool, cute one. "Sea turtle swims with a strong, gentle pace, returning at last to her own special place. Leaving the ocean, she crawls towards the dune to dig in the sand by the light of the moon. She lays her round eggs in the deep, sandy hole, then covers them up so they won't get cold. Tired sea turtle crawls just before dawn into the surf, and with 2 strokes, she is gone." I put this poem in your craft bags this week too. All right, I have time just for one more story, and it is by Kurt Cyrus, and it is called The Voyage of Turtle Rex. And I've never read, these are all new stories for me, so I'm really enjoying reading to you guys today. Okay, deep in the dunes off a long ago shore, the leathery shell of a turtle egg tore. Out popped a flipper, then two, then four. They scrambled and scooped and scrambled some more. The turtle was small, but her flippers were big, the better to dig with. Dig, dig, dig. Do you know they get buried in the sand and they have to dig their way out of the sand and into the ocean? The primeval beach was a spine-tingling sight. She hid in the sand and she waited for night. Can you see her anywhere? She's hiding. It's right here, look. Teeny tiny. Or something enormous to blot out the light. Then out poured the turtles as tumbling specks under the legs of the towering T-Rex. Can you see them all coming down to the sea? Oh, that would be scary, popping up to see a T-Rex. Splush went the waves, fizz went the foam, swish went the flippers in search of a home. Rowing ahead to the swell after swell, she teetered and tipped, she rose and she fell. A wave loomed above her, she dove underneath and found herself swept through the ocean of teeth. Surrounded by danger, instinctively rowing, the turtle kept going and going and going. Into a tangle the sea turtle slipped, bumping past bladders that bobbed and dipped. A seaweed hotel in comfort and style. A turtle could stay there for a long, long while. Can you see her disguised? Just here. Time, like a turtle, passed silently by, stirring the sea and twirling the sky. The hatchling who hid in the seaweed was gone. Grown to a 2-ton archelon, she glided past. I should have read this first. Plesiosaurs, come as you please. She swam with the sharks under the rolling seas. She crossed paths with the Mosaurus, massive and dark, muncher of archelon, gulper of shark. Quickly she slid to the bottom and hid. For days and for weeks she could store up her breath and merge with the mud as quiet as death. Just like silk-covered bumps she would lie, as calm, grubbing plesiosaurs burrowed on by. Suddenly something awakened in her. Those flippers once more were beginning to stir. She swung like a compass without knowing why. She left for the land of the sand and the sky. Back to the shallows, back to the shore, back to the world she had fled before. Where do you think she's going? She swam on the current, she cruised in the sun, in search of the spot where her life had begun. Drawn by the hundreds to mingle and breed, flotillas of archelons slept through the weed. Crash went the waves as they broke on the sand. In slipped the turtle, preparing to land. She breached in the cool of the evening, and then her hard-working flippers took over again. Muscular flippers, sturdy and big, the better to dig with. Dig, dig, dig. Up flew the sand and down went the sun. In dropped her eggs and the job was done. She launched with the tide, exhausted but free, to ripple away on the starlit sea. Gone is that sea and the creatures it knew. Archelon, mosasaur, pterosaur too. Gone is the plesiosaurs' calm, crackling smile. But full-body helmets are still in style. Speckled or spotted, pancake or box, some soft as leather, some hard as rocks. Shells of all fashions continue to girdle the middle of many a tortoise and turtle. And somewhere a sea turtle bolts from the shore, scraping a trail to the sea once more. That would teach me to read my books first, huh? All those dinosaur names. I have one more song. Actually, it was the second half of the song we just sang. Where was it? I had a little turtle, he lived in a box. He swam in a puddle, he climbed on the rocks. He snapped at the mosquito, he snapped at the flea. He snapped at a man now and then he snapped at me. He caught the mosquito, he caught the flea. He caught the minnow, but he didn't catch me. That was the end of that one. Okay, you guys. Like I said before, that's all we've got time for today. But next week, there will be no live story. I may post a pre-recorded story, but I will be here at the Gale Library. We are doing a drive-in story. So you do need to sign up for it because there are limited parking spots in the parking lot outside. So we would love to see you. Call the library, or you can drop me an email at gaillibyouthservices@comcast.net to tell me that you would like to come. Thank you. Have a wonderful day and enjoy this beautiful weather. Bye, you guys.